This is the first of 3 short lessons to give you the training you need to be a successful mobile agent. This is designed for those of you who may be new to responding to online reviews or social media comments. For the veterans out there, this will be a good refresher as well. Lesson 1. Understanding, relating, and empathizing with the customer. Before starting to respond in any way, the first thing you want to do is start by reading the star rating if it's a review, or the overall comment if it's a social media comment, to get a sense of whether you're responding to someone who loves the experience or brand or is not a fan. This helps to get into the right mindset. Once you've done this, then you're ready to respond. When you respond, there are 4 things that you do. First, you always want to use the customer's name when responding if you know it. For example, Lisa, thanks for taking the time to review the product. It has been shown that customers respond significantly more favorably when someone uses their name. I'm sure you do too. It feels a lot better when you're at a hotel to have the front desk person call you by your name. It's personal. This is a great example of making it personal. Second, show some empathy for reviews that are not so positive. Customers want resolution to their problems when they post negative reviews, but at a minimum, they want to be heard. They may be frustrated by being let down in their experience and want to know that someone just cares. Expressing empathy means things like, quote, getting the wrong size is understandably frustrating, end quote, or we're sorry about the inconvenience of having to return the product. They took time out of their day to write a review or a comment. Put yourself in their shoes when you respond. Here's a great example of a review about the Pottery Barn. As you can see, their response empathizes with the reviewer very well. Third, sign off with your first name with last initial. For example, Mark J. A recent Harvard study showed that customers pay $14 more on an airline ticket in the future when an agent signs with their first name compared to an unsigned response. Again, it feels personal, it feels like a relationship. Finally, remember that you are not just speaking to the person writing the review or social media comment. Those trolling brands or reading reviews are looking at how you respond. So make sure you don't say anything your grandmother would cringe at, or the old adage that can't appear on the front page of the New York Times. Here's an example of the impact a review can have on one other customer. This is from the Acorn Slipper brand. Their response clearly was appreciated by this customer, who indicated that they would try the brand based on their response. To help you keep these 4 tips in mind, we have created an easy-to-remember framework. When starting to respond, it's helpful to remember what we call the ART framework. Acknowledge, regurgitate, thank. Acknowledge. Start by acknowledging the reviewer or social media commenter by name and thanking them for writing a review. This person took time out of their day to post a comment or review, so saying something like thank you for taking the time to write a review, or thanks for taking a few minutes to post a review or comment makes them feel acknowledged. Regurgitate. Pick out a few comments from the review or comment to highlight and regurgitate them, so play them back. For example, if someone says the hotel beds were really uncomfortable, then saying something like, we're sorry to hear that you did not enjoy the beds in your recent stay. That makes them feel like you actually read the review or comment. Thank them for their review. We appreciate the feedback is a nice way to neutralize a negative review. Or, if their experience was not optimal, we're sorry to hear that your experience was not as expected, but appreciate the time you took to share it with us. So every time that you receive a review or comment, after reading it, as you are getting ready to respond, remember ART as an easy-to-remember framework.